Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're all well. Thank you for joining me in the HTCN studio today. Lovely to see you all as normal. My name is Toni and this is the fabulous studio where we do a mix of things. We do inspiration, we do daily content, we also do a launch every Friday at 1 o'clock. And it's just a place to just come and have some fun. If you like the products, absolutely brilliant. If you don't, that's also brilliant. We do have the inspirational content at the end as well. If you are watching on YouTube, don't forget to click that subscribe button. We have lots and lots of subscribers now, which is amazing. And I know that you all love to come and say hi live, which I will chat with you all soon. Or if not, catch up with the shows later. There's also that little bell that gives you that half an hour notice. So in studio today, we have some lovely new products for you, some of which you may have seen, some of which were not bundles before, which are now bundles. And sometimes when you come to studio, you may see things that at some point may have been out of your reach, but are now within your budget. And then sometimes we throw in some little cheeky ones there as well, where you can come and get maybe some paints or some icing, or it's just a lovely place to just come and say hi. So if you are sat at home and you are waiting for that content, you can come and say hi. So in studio, first of all, I'm going to talk about item number 1 on the counter. Now we launched these fabulous decorative hearts about 2 years ago, and they were one of our best-selling products at the time. So basically, I've put this lovely bundle together for you. I mean, check out the price, guys. Come on. Normally $53.97 and today $19.99. So you're paying £2 more for one, because they're normally $17.99. So you get 3 artistic hearts in there. You get one which is floral based on the bottom left. You get one which looks like a little bit of an open blossom, and then you get the one with the open fretwork where you can use your watercolors, which are also in the show today, and you can color them. So they are big hearts, and I'm going to use one of these in demonstration today. So normally $53.97, today $19.99, and the code for this one is 100062. You also get the capability with these dies to leave them in the page or take them out of the page. So I'm going to show you that in studio today. So that is fabulous item number 1. 100062. Now I'm hoping there's something in show for you all today. I've got so much to tell you about when I get to the other side of the counter. So also in show we have item number 2, which is this beautiful relaxed poppy stamp and die set. Fabulous poppies, always a winner, and this comes with the coordinating outline die. So when you see the little spot on the packaging at the front there, that indicates that there is a die there for you. Some beautiful sentiments in there. We did actually do a lot of these poppies at the time, but again, as always, we can't guarantee if they're ever going to come back. Sometimes we do restock specifically for the studio as well. So it is a first come, first serve basis on there. Life doesn't come with a manual, just be you. Now you can see you can watercolor them, large open spaces again, very sketchy design on there. Normally $34.99 as it has the coordinating die, but today in studio $17.99. Item number 100063. So when I put the shows together here at HTCN, I always try and put a mix of things in there. So if you're not a stamp and die cutter, then maybe just a die cutter, or maybe you're into your watercolouring, or maybe you're into our lamination. And that brings me on to our next item, which is the fabulous A5 lamination stamp. Our lamination stamps are just amazing. They are our best sellers to date. They create the most beautiful focal points on your cards. They make you look like a watercolor artist when none of us really are, but we all want to look like we're super, super clever and look like we've picked up that brush. So you can see there from the packaging, you have the dark element and then the outline. So the dark element is where you're going to pop your colour, spray it with water, stamp it down, and then you're going to pop that lovely outline on in a gold embossing or a black ink pad, whatever your choice is. And I'm also going to demo this one again today in studio. So I've got lots of inspiration for you, so you need to stay tuned. Happiness looks gorgeous on you. It absolutely does. So that one is normally $17.99 and in today's studio it's $13.99. Item number 100064. Now, if you are shopping for the first time with us here at HTCN, all you need to do is go to the search engine on the website and pop that code in there. You can also pop HTCN in there as well, and that will take you to all the products. Or you can pop FBL in there. There are lots of ways to find the products. The quickest way is, of course, the code there for you. So some more lovely items. Whew, moving down the counter, here we go. So we have put these lovely collections for you together. So we have a large collection and a small collection. So it depends on budget and it depends on what you're going to use in your stash. And also if you're traveling with your craft as well. So there's two options. So the first option I'm going to talk about here is 100065. Now this is a collection of 3 watercolor paints. Now I think normally from research that I've done myself as well, normally you get them in 5s and 6s. We have the 5s and 6s, but I don't see many 8s. So you get 8 metallic watercolors in these. So we have a whole host of colors. You have like your gem colors. We have the whole range of gold in there. And you also have the sort of white, which works beautifully on black card as well. So a whole host of colors. You get them in the case. They come with the water brush in each set, all 3. Normally $47.97, but today in studio $39.99. Now these would make great Christmas gifts as well. If you've got metallics at home and they work, stick with them. I'm not asking you to buy more just for the sake of buying more. But if you haven't got any sparkly paints or watercolor paints, then these are a great starting point. So item number for that one, 100065. To get the bundle today, you're saving £8. So it's a super saving. Now that is the large bundle, okay? The next one we have is a smaller bundle, and these are your sets of 5. So maybe you've got somebody who's starting out, maybe a beginner colorist. Maybe you're not sure if they're even going to like the colours. Well, because they're so affordable, then you can take that chance, and then if not, you can use them yourself. Christmas gifts, secret Santas, things like that. I know I would be super happy if I got a set of watercolours, particularly metallic ones, as a gift for Christmas in that stocking. So this is same. So if you buy both, you are going to duplicate the colours, but I do appreciate some people will buy both because some people will travel with the smaller ones and maybe leave the larger ones on their desk. So you get sets of 5 in this one. You get obviously the bottom one base there as well, which has the golds in there. So if you do like the golds are across the bottom there. And then you get your dual colours across the centre and the top. So vibrant pink, purple. And I can see from there you get the duplicate in sort of the yellow, gold and the green. But as always, if you are painting your flowers, you're going to use a lot of greens and those floral colours anyway. So the item number for that one, 100066, 15 colours across the 3 collections. Normally $35.97 and in today's studio $29.99. So if you bought last week's paints, there was like a little tester in there where you got 3 or 4 sparkly ones. Well, this is the full collection of the sparkly ones. So if you bought last week's and you're buying this week's, then you're just really good to go for probably the rest of your life, because watercolours do last a long time. Although we do like to collect as crafters, don't we? So moving on to the last item on the counter, I'm not going to move down because I'm running out of counter space, but we do have the fine liner pens, which are from the same brand. So these are from a superior brand, okay? They are affordable, super affordable, and they're really good, which is amazing. You know, if we can get affordability in our stash, then we are going to do it, aren't we? So you have your fine liner pens here, 8 in the collection, and it goes from super fine to like a bullet nib, like you would for your alcohol markers or your watercolour pens. So you have the gradation in nib size there. They are a true black. Okay, you can use them on all your watercolour projects and things like that. Normally in store $14.99, but live in HTCN today $12.99. So if you haven't got any fine liners, there we go, pop some in the show for you. But if you have, that's absolutely fine also. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items in show today. Hopefully there's something there for you today. So I'm just going to do a little recap of what's in the show while I make myself over to the other counter, get ready for a demonstration. So you have your 3 artistic hearts there, $19.99. Relaxed poppy, $17.99. So some super cool prices today. $13.99 for your lamination stamp there. And then we have the fabulous watercolours. These are the large, $39.99 for all 3 sets. Then we have the smaller collection, $29.99. Super colours in there, classic golds. And then the last item on the counter is your fine liner pens, which are a given really for your stash if you do like to do those fancy borders and things like that. So let's say hello to our friends. That's the counter out of the way. Now I can breathe. So let's have a look. Hi Enid, hi Nola, hi Charlotte, hi Roseanne, hi Wendy, hi Emma, hi Anne, hi Tracy, It's lovely to see you all. Now, we're super busy on the paints. I thought we would be super bargains on there. So if you have got your paints in your basket, go and check them out quickly, please. Because as of last week's HTCN show, we had lots of products, some which were in the hundreds, some which were not as many, but we did sell out within a couple of hours. So please go and check out your baskets, because I get inundated with emails saying I've missed out. I'm sorry, I can't replace. We just keep constantly moving here in HTCN. So if you've got something in your basket, check out your basket, okay? So hi Caroline, hi Roxy Lee, hi Claire T. Toni, do you sell the lamination die individually? There's no dies to our current lamination ones. They're just a stamp as on its own, but we do have some previous designs that do have outline dies, so you might want to check those ones out, but that particular one does not have a die. Okay, so hi Elaine, hi Sandra, hi Michaela, lovely to see you all. So shall we get into some inspiration using the fabulous products that are for sale today in studio? So I've got my iPad with me today because last week stock was absolutely flying and I couldn't keep you updated. Could not keep you updated. So I have my iPad just in case we have a bit of a wobble so I can double check. So first of all, shall we play with lamination? Is anybody who's watching today, I appreciate we have new crafters every day, never seen lamination? Well, I'm going to show you how it works right now. And I'm going to use the one that's in the show today. So it's the autumnal leaves, which is quite fitting for this time of year. Has anybody else put the heating on? The weather's changing, guys. It is changing. So let's just grab my Eureka here. So what I wanted to do is, normally when we do our lamination stamps, I use ink pads, don't I? But I thought, seeing as they're in the show, we'd try these lovely metallics. Now, I've just got a small set here. I don't have them all. I have got loads and loads of paints. I really have, but I thought, do you know what? You can never have enough gold. So I've got the little 5 set here. So I'm going to use these today. There we go. So these are the 5. The great thing about these is you get that water brush. We all need a good water brush, don't we? But these come out like travel size. So they come out so they can be replaced if you want to swap the colours out. So maybe you just want to take 5 colours and swap the colours that you're going to use for your collection. And then if you're on the go crafting, you can take what colours you need rather than bulk them all out and put them in the bag. Shirley says she's got a heating on now. Wow. So let's just get some white cardstock and let's just have a little bit of fun. So the stamp set, as I explained there over on the counter, the solid portion is where you pop your colour. So normally I would take this stamp and I would use an ink pad, wouldn't I? But today I'm going to be different. I want to use these paints, these gold paints, and I want to create a little bit of an autumnal card. So let me just see which way I want the design to come drooping down. So let me just make sure I've got it in the right place. So that's not right. Just one second. Let me just grab the packaging. And again, this is why we have the packaging, so you can see exactly the design on there. There we go. I've just grabbed this off the counter for you. So you can see the solid portion is the orange and yellow, and the black part is the sort of very forgiving leaf element on there. So I want to come down the page. So I'm just going to follow the design. Here we go. But I want it the other way, so I'm turning it around. Look, there we go. So I'm going to come down the page left. I might actually put one in this corner as well. It depends how I'm feeling. I'm going to do a top folding note card here, okay? So let's just move the stamp out of the way for a second. So I'm just going to pick up that stamp. Now I'm going to paint on the colour. I don't know if it'll give me a great look, but I'm at least going to try because this is what you will do at home. So let me just grab a paintbrush. Any paintbrush will do. And let's mix up some of this gold here now. They're all very, very gorgeous. How do you decide? So let's go for the dark one here. Oh, I've still got some red on my brush. It's not great, is it? I've got a rose gold now. So is everybody okay? Hopefully they are. So I'm just going to paint this gold onto the stamp direct here, look. So I'm not being over precious about where I stamp it. Just getting it on that stamp. Now, because it's a clear stamp, it will act as a little bit of a resist, but it's fine. When I push it down, it'll be absolutely fine. And you can add water if you want to. Now, If I'd have inked this up with a coloured ink pad, I would spray with water and then stamp it down, because I do love the very watercolour, forgiving sort of look. But it is personal preference, and I always suggest just play. Okay, so I'm just adding a little bit of water on there. But when I splurge it onto that cardstock, it's going to give me a nice design. So I'm just going to turn it over and stamp it down. And it has given me a bit of a rose gold because I had that red. Oh, Enid's saying I'm quiet today. Oh, Spider-Man's saying I'm quiet today. Oh. I have had a drink. I've got my coffee right here at the side of me. Oh, wow, look at that. That is so pretty. And it's sparkly. Sparkly. Now, these little humps here where it's sort of got texture, I always leave because it literally looks like I've painted it myself. So I never faff or mess, but that is personal preference. So let me just dry this off first before we do anything else. I've got a rose gold colour there, haven't I? So unintentional. So the small ones are absolutely flying, $29.99. I can see why you're getting the small ones, because they're perfect for like travelling and things like that. Giftables, absolutely amazing as well. I'm just going to make sure this is absolutely dry. Now you could gold emboss the stems of these, but I'm just going to go black because I have got a couple of demos. Shall we do another one? Shall we try and do another one? So I'll just take this stamp off here. I'll just move my cardstock over a bit, and we'll just do a little bit of one coming down here maybe. So I'm not going to clean the stamp. I'm just going to go off the edge. There we go. Let's see if we can maybe get this one to be a bit more gold without the red, hey? So let's just, I'll move, I don't know what's wrong with my brush. I must have used an eyes ink or something in there because they are really pigmented. Let's mix up this next gold here, see if we can, oh, here we go, look, more rose gold. Never mind. So let's just see which part is going to go on to the white. So just down this side. I'm just going to paint it on. Now you could paint the white one onto here and stamp it onto black. It would look like a ghost print. It would look really cool. I'm just inking up the area where I'm going to be stamping. I'm just going to make it a little bit more fluid with a bit of water. Just in case it's thinking about not moving around. There we go. All right, so you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, it looks like Tom's had his fingers in paint and come along. But trust me, when you put that second design on there, it all just comes together. It's super cool. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Sue. Let me just clean this stamp. So the small ones have nearly gone. Item number 100066. So there, this is the small collection that I'm using here. Just going to clean my stamp off before I put it back. And it's the small ones that I'm using, but if you are a collector of colours and watercolours, which I know a lot of you are, the bigger collection is also there as well. And that's the set of 8 colours in each one. I'll just pop that back on the carrier sheet and then we'll use our outline, and then this is when it comes together. Okay, so that's the big set at $39.99, and there you get your 8 colours in each one. So this is where you get this design. Now, if you, like I said to you, if you get it and you think, my gosh, It looks a bit crazy. How do I work? Just look at your packaging here. Look, bring it in. And you can see that I have sort of decided to go. Oh, come on, Toni, get with the program. Let me just figure out what I've done. Up here. I thought I had. I thought I'd done it right. Do you know when you just doubt yourself? I'm just going to pop that on there. And I can see that the veins of the leaves, can we see here? Sit within those sort of, and there's open spaces as well. Can we see that there? So it just gives you just the most coolest, realistic sort of design on there. Put that in place. And I'm just going to stamp it in black because I really want you to see how cool it looks. Now you could do it in green. You could do it in gold embossing. I don't think there are any rules. It's personal preference. Grab a black ink pad. They're not here yet, Michaela, the Himi ones. As soon as they come, though, I will pop them in HTCN. It's just lovely, isn't it, to have so many arty things. People can cherry pick the ones that they like. If you've got things in your stash that already work and you've bought them before, you can top up. Super cool. We see now how we've got a twig coming across our page. Really, really cool. So let me just figure out which way we're doing this one here. It's got a bit of black on this, so I need to be careful. I've just popped this one down here, so this will look like it's coming straight down. Get some black on there. See now I've got like this twig coming down, one coming in. I wish I'd have been able to keep that true gold though. I've got a bit of rose gold going on and I would have liked it more autumnal, whatever it is. Oh, funny onion. Let's just set this aside. Now also, I'm going to add some splats. Got to add the splats and then we'll add a nice sentiment. Oh, shall we? Try and get a gold. Move it into shot. So the lamination stamp, have you not seen our, it seems like a lot of you are buying the lamination stamp. Have you not seen our lamination? Mind you, we do have a lot of new viewers now Emma's come across. So welcome to the channel if you are watching for the first time. It's lovely to see you all. I know a lot of you are Emma's fans, which is brilliant because Emma is totally different to me. So the lamination one is also disappearing fast. Lamination and the small paints. I'm just going to dry this one off and I'll see if we can pick up that sparkle in a second. Just try it from behind as well. Oh, Nola, you need to get them out the packet, sweetheart. We don't do them being put away. So let's just set this aside. And let's just get our sentiment on here. I'm going to go big sentiment. So I've got happiness looks gorgeous on you. And I do like my sentiments through my artwork, but seeing as I'm lacking artwork, I could have really done with one of these down here, couldn't I? But I'm okay with it. Got a few things to get through, so I'm okay with it. And it needs sparkles as well, doesn't it? Happiness looks gorgeous on you. I'm saying this to everyone who's watching today. We don't want any misery faces. A bit of glitter, a bit of sparkle. If you use like the greens, the browns and the golds on this, it really would look like that beautiful autumn card. There we go. So let's get this onto a card without a mucky paw print. That's lamination 100064, £13.99, normally £17.99. So if you haven't got this one and you do like it, this one is hanging on by a thread. Let's get this one on a card. So I've got a grey top folding note card here. So I'm going to add the accent with the pop of black at the back. And I would normally add sequins, as you all know from watching studio, sequins or diamantes or something, just to add that touch of sparkle. And if you like dimension, you can always 3D pad. Oh, Sandra's ordered a paint. Well done, sweetheart. You'll have to let me know how you get on with, well, no, you'll get on with them fine. They are really nice. And affordable, which fills me with joy. There we go. I'm not going to touch that. I'm just going to turn it over and then press it down. Let's just hold to see if we can get the sparkle on this one. I don't know if it picks my eyes. I don't know. Is it getting it? Yeah, can just see it in there. Sorry about the rose gold. It was meant to all be gold. Let's have a look. When will the new colour cards be in stock? The teal and navy? I don't know. As soon as they land. I know. You'd think they were coming from the other side of the world. They're not, either. It's just that everything, all the suppliers are just short in demand of everything. There's a shortage of MDF. There's a shortage of rubber. There's a shortage of card stock. I know. I think it's just going to take some time before we all get back into, you know, back into the swing of things. So I'm just going to have a drink of my coffee. It's just the stamp set 100064, and that's the one that we've just demonstrated there. Yeah. Very, very, it would make a cool Halloween card as well. You know, if you had some silhouette birds or something like that and popped a silhouette bird on there, you could make a great Halloween card. So shall we move on to the next one? So whilst we just, before I go on to the next one, I'm just going to do a quick recap, if that's okay, of all the products that are in the show, because some of the items are pretty much disappeared and some are still okay, which is super cool, because I hate it when they all sell out first within like half an hour, because people who work miss out. So here we have the artistic hearts. Then we have the fabulous poppies hanging on by a thread, 100063. The lamination I've just used, £13.99, 100064, the 2-part stamp collection. Then we have the superior sets of 8, £39.99. Then the sets of 5 at £29.99. And the fine liner pens, we've got lots of those. They are £12.99, 100067. It's always good to do a recap. So if you've got things in your baskets, please don't message me saying they were pinched, because there's nothing I can do about it. Okay, so let's have some fun with the next item. So I'm going to use the artistic hearts this time, and I'm going to use this one. And it's got sort of that half design through that heart, where you get that lovely sunflower and some floral elements. Now you can see from there, you get a matte and layer in there as well. So if you cut it in white and pop the matte and layer on mirror board, you get this sort of embellishment, okay, if you use all of the dyes. But what I'm going to show you today is I'm going to show you how I keep it in the card, so you get a very sort of clean and simple card look on your card design. Now that'll make a great topper in itself. But I'm going to show you what happens when you leave it in the card. So this is one I've cut before coming to it. I'll just pop it on here because you'll be able to see it. So that is in white. So you get that sort of design across the left. And I've cut it into this piece of cardstock. But what I want to do is I want to pop a sentiment on here. Now, let's use one from that gorgeous lamination set. Let me just turn my mat over because there's some gold splats on there that might not be dry. I'm just going to pop my artwork into my Eureka here. Now this sunflower or daisy, which looks beautiful paper pieced in, back in if you have the time and patience. It's not hard to paper piece those pieces back in, and it's truly worth it if you have the time. So friends become our chosen family. Happiness looks gorgeous. Let's do friends become our chosen family today, because that's a nice one, isn't it? So again, I'm just going to pop the stamp face down in the centre, a bit further down maybe. So if you use the die element, just the decorative element, it stays in the page, okay? But if you want to take it out and use it as an embellishment, there is a die in there to take it out of the page, so you get this sort of beautiful look. Now, if you paper piece these in yellow or orange to make it look like a sunflower, it's a card in itself. They're really, really beautiful. Audrey's saying she's received a goodie bag, very generous, she's delighted. Oh, I'm so pleased, Audrey. We do our best. We do our best. Oh, it's lovely. It fills me with joy when you're all happy. Makes me a very happy person. Let me just clean my door here. There is no reason not to be happy, is there? Hopefully, fingers crossed. And if you are unhappy, struggling, it all boils back to our fabulous Craft Academy, where we really came together during lockdown. We've created some amazing friends. Okay, so if you are struggling, need somebody to talk to, there is always somebody on our Eureka fan page. I cannot stress it enough. Never be on your own, never. It's just an incredible page. So there, I've just anti-static that area because I am going to heat emboss in gold. Sticky ink pad, and then let's just grab my gold embossing powder. Here we go. We're doing a very clean card with this one here, but a little bit of a twist. I'm just going to use my sticky ink pad. So this is the stamp set from the Lamination, and I'm using the die from the Artistic Hearts. Now, $19.99, 100062. I cannot tell you how incredible that price is. £20 for all three, when normally they're $17.99 each. Absolutely beautiful. I'm just going to stamp this one down. But if you have got them, which I know a lot of you will have, you want to try this card, you can go straight to your stash now and get them out. A little bit more inspiration. Another reason for you to dig your earlier products out and just generally have a play. Again, another thing that fills me with joy, knowing you're getting your products out like you've actually bought from us here at Stamps by Me, and they're not sat in a drawer. So I'm just popping some gold on here. And then you get the beautiful sentiment. Friends become our chosen family. So let's heat set this one. So the let's just tell you how big these dies are. So they're just over 4.5 inch wide. They're big. They are big. We don't do anything small. Well, we are starting to do some smaller ones because people have asked for smaller things, but as a rule of thumb, we try and give you bigger designs so you're not hunting around trying to fill a card. I'm getting my gun hot. Oh, Carol Ann's just posted a picture of what she's made with hers if you'd like to check that out on our Eureka fan page. There's also a photo gallery over on the Eureka fan page. So all of the launches and all of the things that we promote here in HTCN over on Create and Craft, Karen, our design team member, puts them into albums for you. So if you go to the Eureka fan page and check out the albums, there's dedicated albums for dedicated launches. So if you have something in your stash and you forgot why you bought it, it's a great place to go and check it out because there's tons of inspiration in there. So there you can see we've got that beautiful, beautiful sort of gold embossed sentiment. Beautiful font as well. Really important that the font, friends become our chosen family. I mean, that just looks amazing in itself, and it's only held up against my jumper, but I am biased. But, you know, I just love craft. I just love craft, so do lots of others. Oh, let's move that stamp out of the way. So I wanted to be a little bit creative with this one. So in that actual die set, the Artistic Heart bundle, on all three of those designs, I'll just show you in here. I'll just show you the back, actually. It might be a little bit more better. This is it staying in the page like you've just seen me do. Staying in the page, you can stay in a square, a heart, a triangle, whatever you want to do. You also get the matte and layer, which it goes onto, which is this one here. But if you pop the outer die and the matte and layer together, like so, just show you this here, because one's bigger than the other. You can create a shaped card if you want to as well, which is cool. But if you put one inside the other like that, see that there? There we go. If you put one inside the other like that, you end up with like a piece of beadwork. So I cut it 3 times and I've stuck them together, and it's given me like an embellishment, which I absolutely love to do. It's one of my all-time favourite techniques. So I cut it 3 times in white cardstock, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it around my heart here. And what this is going to do is it's going to give me like a bead finish around my artwork. So basically I'm just framing that piece of artwork with like some beading. Now I've only cut it 3 times. It probably could do with being cut 5. Then when you glue it on here, it looks like you've sort of done like an aperture through a design. It looks absolutely beautiful. And I'll show you when we raise the card up when I pop it on. But that's how I created that sort of beadwork that's gone around that heart. And it's super cool that the heart stays in the page as well, if you want it to. Because that just gives you a whole new dimension of craft, doesn't it? Rather than it just be a die cut. So let's just give this a flatten out, a tidy up. So let's bring in our card here. So I have 1000062 for these hearts. Now you're all loving the hearts. Now I've explained them. So let's pop these onto here. So I have a nice piece of gold. And I'll just show you something in a second as well. Now, if you don't have pattern paper in your stash, that's okay too. Because if you've got mirror board or sparkly card, our gossip sparkly card, anything really, just pop this onto here like so. If you just cut it in white, look what happens when you pop that mirror board behind. You get the most gorgeous. I mean, if you like your clean and simple, you're absolutely onto a winner there. Can we see that there? And the gold, when it's flat, it'll look pretty. Okay, but if you want to put some pattern paper underneath, and that's what I'm going to do today. So I have a piece of our pattern paper from my stash. So let's stick this onto here first, then we know it's going to be straight. So let's pop some tape behind here. Now you can pad and create that dimension. And with these hearts, when we launched them, you will have seen I did lots of dimensional cards. What I did was, you know, the like flowers where we build them up, 2s and 3s, give them a nip and a tuck on the petals to get dimension. I did that and just sort of like did a creeper around one side of the heart. They look absolutely beautiful for wedding cards, really ornate. But today, I am literally going totally flat. Totally flat. And I'm just going to pop some glue behind the decorative part. Just so it does go flat. Now, from what I can see, the paints have gone. So, however, I do tell you to come back and check later in case things bounce out of people's baskets. A couple of you were lucky enough last week to get the paints and things like that, because people didn't check out the baskets. Just trying to get a bit of glue out of here. It's like, it looks like I've been drinking. I'm just squeezing it that hard. Let me just get my pokey tool. So keep an eye out on that. Just try and get some glue out. Now I'll get the biggest splurge ever. You watch. There we go. I'm just sort of solidifying the backside of this card. I want it to really stick. I don't want any humps or bumps. It's a clean and classic white card, so I would like it to be as flat as possible. I'm just going to stick it onto this piece of cardstock that I've pre-cut. And I cut it a little bit shorter than the design, so I'd get that beautiful flower just protruding on the right there, and then we'll stick this one completely flat. Now, as I've said, if you paper piece those back in now in gold, it would coordinate with your back, you know, the gold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces there. Pop this straight onto our card, and we're doing it flat. I have to say that font is absolutely beautiful. It's readable, it's classic in design. I love a good sentiment, as you know. So this one is that lovely beadwork. Now I've got my artwork completely flat. So here what I'm going to do is that sort of embellishment. We're going to get some tape behind, if it allows me to. rather than, I'm going to have to use glue. I'm going to pop this glue around very carefully. And this is going to give us that sort of like dimension. Around our card. And that's going to be the only raised, there we go. This is going to be the only raised element on our card, but it's just going to give you a touch of class on your card. It really is, just from a little bit of dimension. And there's no ugly pads behind it. It's just going to be the build-up of the cards, the white card that I've cut. Now you can do this with all 3 designs, remember. I'm just going to take off the excess glue on the back of my hand so it doesn't splurge on my card. So Claire, if you're wanting to get in touch with me, sweetheart, info@stampsbyme.co.uk. You can contact me on Facebook as well. And then this lovely heart, get it placed the best I can, is just going to frame that really pretty design. It looks like a laser cut card now. Push it on a little bit, just hold it in place. Looks like a really expensive shop card now. And then we'll just add some pretty sequins in and around. So 100062 for these lovely hearts. Oopsie daisy, too much glue. Not very many of these left now either. I'm just popping some sparkles around, just the clear ones because they're my favourite and they just catch that light every now and then. So you can use gems if you've got gems, or pearls. We have some pearls on the root as well. Lots of embellishments. I think I'm just going to go with those 3 for now. I don't want to overwhelm the card. I think the detail on it's just absolutely beautiful. But equally, if you don't want to leave the design in the card, you can use them as toppers on your cards as well. Don't forget that as well. So many different ways. So let's just hold this one up. There's another one. I'll just lean that one forward so you can just sit. There you go. You can see that design on there. Absolutely gorgeous. And it will all be down to what pattern paper you want to put in the background, if any. So there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you a quick recap of the products that are in the show, some of which have gone. However, I will talk through them because I do appreciate things do bounce back out of people's basket when they're left in basket after time. 100062 Artistic Heart. 100063 the Relaxed Poppy, I think that one's gone. This one's hanging on by a thread. 100064 13.99, incredible. The paints are practically gone. 39.99. The smaller collection 29.99. 3 sets there, and then the fine liner pens at 12.99. So keep checking your baskets. If you're not already, if you're sat with things in your baskets, you're going to run the risk of people taking them. I don't like to push you into buying, and if they're in the basket, you're in your basket because you want them, so make sure you check out. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed today's show. What else have I got to tell you about now? I've got some really exciting stuff to tell you about. Let me just grab my bits and pieces here. So you all know that we're going to be doing the Stamps by Me Club again, which is those incredible savings. That's going to be launching pretty much next week. But pre that, we have our Create Together Club. Now, this is a brand new club to us here at Stamps by Me. It's really unique in the sense that it's going to bring us all together, a little bit similar to Craft Academy. Okay, so it's the Create Together Club. I'm going to give you more information about it over the weekend, and it will be a sale. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. It's something really, really cool that's going to keep us all together for a year at a time. which is also amazing. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to pop a comment underneath here. Did you get your goodies? What have you been doing? What are you crafting? Things like that. And we will see you all next week. Simon is here at 1 o'clock. Take care, everyone. Bye.